Woodward became radicalized in middle school, high school with the Atomwaffen group online. Became a member that I think he went to Texas. I think he was one of those that like. So there's a thing where there's like this weird pipeline of like Atomwaffen, like hyper super white supremacist um, Atomwaffen people like pipelining from all over the country to go train in these like militia groups in Texas or like boot camp basically in Texas and then go back to wherever they are. And so I think had just gotten back from his little Atomwaffen boot camp in Texas out to California and hit up a former peer at I think the high school that they'd gone to named Blaze Bernstein, who was a Jewish gay man that they were back on holiday, basically, or holiday. Oh my God, am I British? Ew, gross. Christmas break at home. And so like he hit him up, was like, basically was like, hey, what's up? I know we're home for Christmas break. I've kind of been thinking about, baited him basically to meet up with him at the park and then murdered him at the park because he was Jewish and gay. And is still proud of it.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my God!
Stabbed
Him
him
like,
to
hey,
death.
I need some help because I'm thinking of coming out.
No, this was in Orange County.
I think that case is an
Oh
easy
my
dub
God!
over on.
Yeah, no, this is disgusting. Is it over? I thought they literally started it last month. Did I read that wrong?
I've always thought, what do you think the solution to online radicalization is? Or what are some of the things that we can
People going the fuck outside and stop being terminally
National
online.
security state.
True. Got him.
Oh, they're not going
when
to
I
do
was
that,
like
so we have to
World War III
find
needs
another solution.
I don't know what the other solution is other than like censoring everything, and that's a way that we probably don't want to go. It's a slippery slope.
I think
where
you're gonna go.
I think the solution is like combating the ideas themselves. We don't do that.
Maybe also debating the
Hey,
ideas.
let's go.
so
Free
just-
marketplace.
I think that okay. So when I was like as an example, so when I was like I feel pretty comfortable sharing this. When I was like 11,
I guess.
when I was like 11, I was like radicalized into like super far right ideology because of like I joined like because of like getting into Counter-Strike. I was like really like lonely and I had like a lot of friends in high school during that time, and like having like a community of like people that would like believed in me,
His
I
trial
guess.
did get pushed to January 2023, so it should have started.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was correct, and you're correct as well. Yeah, he faced the judge January 23rd. It's commencing this year.
Just cut off this man's story.
Right? Go ahead.
So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was rude. Go ahead. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So like what I think what like the reason I was able to get out of it is like every single summer I started going to a summer camp where I learned French, and it was like a super community driven like summer camp. It was like really small, like super cozy. And it was like through there, like like finding the community, like making like friends, I kind of like touched grass, and I was able to find like a community that was like based that like I felt like more comfortable in, that was like based in love and like was like a lot more tangible and felt like a lot more genuine and more affirming than like a community based on hate.
Awesome.
And I think that like in our communities, like through like school or like extracurricular activities, I mean, you don't really see frequently like these people who are like super radicalized like on sports teams or like or doing like or part of like clubs or like have like hobbies that make them have to be around people. It's usually like people with like these like super zany outside beliefs or like people who are just stuck inside of their houses. So like I feel like we and for like the people that were like my age who were like I just wasn't born with like good social skills, and I didn't have a lot of friends in high school, and I was on the internet a lot. We shouldn't be letting these kids need help, and like to stop them from like when they're 13 or 14. And I got really lucky. Like we should be trying to emulate some sort of community, so that like you're learning and like your high school or your school experience doesn't end when the bell rings, and that like
Yes,
The
number one,
difference
real
all
quick.
is
throughout the day,
the
and like during the
anonymity.
weekends, you have things to do and part of your community, and that is the center around school because that's the
Yeah,
only
so true.
last bastion of hope that we have for like community in America.
It can be, but there's also, real quick, I think that there should be more, obviously, public funding for outside of, like, extracurricular post or after school activities, like community soccer teams, yada yada, all these things, right? Build up community centers, right? Build more, and then on top of that, I love this kind of push that we're not push, but thing that I'm seeing with like Pokemon Go or like different video games where it's like, hey, you need to not only, I mean, like it's cringe, right? The whole like get up and be active and get outside or whatever. But like I want to see more of this where it's like, hey, you need to trade with a friend to get this thing. You need to where it's like you literally have to be active in a community. Literally,
You gotta
not even just
negotiate.
you have to go out and socialize and not necessarily physically go out, although that's dope too. But yes, yeah, exactly. You have to communicate to even like play these video games. You know, I think that's actually really
much
interesting.
of those social
Yeah,
so,
that's
what
MMOs
like World of Warcraft are for.
So I have. But wasn't that how it was like back in the day? Like you had a friend that had like a Nintendo 64, and
that's right. Your Game Boy Advance, you had to have that
thing.
link. That cable was expensive. But
yeah.
like
I mean,
you
we
also
got
had to have
Switches now, so yeah. And
before IR.
Well, not all of us grew up with money like that.
Like switches with
everyone. I mean, we're talking about kids today, right? We're not talking about ourselves currently. Like the kids today are on the Switches.
So like I like
the
So
I'm one of the youngest people to see. So it's like I see it. So like it's the cycle like continues where it's like I can like this is like not like my main community. Like I've been on like this isn't even my main account. I've been on Discord since 2016. So like for pretty much this entire life, like since early 2016, and like if you go like the stories that I could tell about like radicalization of like pedophilia, grooming, like people getting like 13 like I've seen like grown men get like 13-year-old e-girls tattooed on their fucking forearms.
That's fucking weird.
Like
that's real weird.
This internet shit, it's so much worse than any of you guys. You might think it's bad, but like because of how like face to face I am with it, it's really like it's really worrying because like I got really lucky that I was able to find like this community that like really changed my life.
It's worrying, but it's exciting. It's exciting though, Nurse. It's exciting as well, though. That's what studies are showing as well. And these are just coming out because it's new. But that's what we see with technology, like development of this level as far as communication goes, like time immemorial. Is that it is a bad and a good, and that's what studies are coming out and saying is that social media is very detrimental and can be very detrimental to our youth, especially the longer they spend on it, like in a day, like periods. But at the same time, it's coupled with that it is the best thing that has ever happened for our youth. There are people that literally did their youth that did not kill themselves because they were able to find forums online that they were, like communities online or connect with people socially. And you don't hear a lot about those stories, but that is what's coming out in the data. Is that there are communities that kids are being able to create, and then even in real life, like foster and whatnot, IRL and whatnot, it is also building community in a stronger way than we ever have, in the same way that we hear about all the horror stories. And so that's why I'm advocating for, like, as we go forward, like advocating for like more Pokemon Go-esque, not Pokemon Go, so esque kind of things that are like incentivizing not only that you're going to be using this media on social media, but also to get out and touch grass, basically.
Yeah.
So my take on this is that generally speaking,
hold on. Let me say something real quick. I think what people don't understand is that they're being exposed to like humanity at a scale they've never been exposed to it before.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, what you don't realize is that like people are fucking horrible and horrible shit happens literally all the time. And there's a very good chance that it's not extremely cynical, it's extremely realistic.
The truth,
like
unfortunately.
the reality is like things are not great for some people, but the upside is like the internet is also like to potentially expose people to the fact that they're in like a shitty situation or they're in a shitty world. I've seen like incredible groups of support come together. I've seen people on Discord escape like horrible situations by moving in with their fucking Discord friends and then going on to having like great lives and starting careers. Like
complete opposite.
It's
just like normal people and become like the worst humanity has to offer.
So like I think that like all what you guys are all saying is true.
Yeah, but we don't sit around and like idolize like like we idolize streamers. Well, some people idolize streamers, like whatever. But like we don't sit here and like idolize these like super fucked up, horrible people. Like they're not. I don't think that they're a majority or they're like a leading opinion, right?
I think they are. I think that it's really hard to see when you're like older and like you don't really have like access to these communities.
I literally grew up on the internet, dude. You're 19
Yeah,
years
you and everybody else.
Okay,
You're
so like,
ni-
when I
you're
say
19
So my
years
take,
old, bro.
my
So
take
as,
on
like-
this is that
so
actually
as
it has a
data-
lot
so,
to do with
like,
the
as-
algorithms
so
on
as
these
teenagers
websites,
spend
and I think
more
that's
and
why
more
Section
time on their
230.
Hold on. Can you let Nurse finish? Because he was trying to give his
True.
experience.
So as
Go ahead,
teenagers
Nurse.
spend more and more time on the internet, and like as like online culture has become more and more like as the toxicity of online culture has seemingly been bleeding more and more into real life, where it's like I've been doxxed, all my friends have been doxxed, every single person that I know that is like semi-active online in any kind of like semi-toxic community, the Minecraft community, the music community. I've had boxes sent to my house, I've had people send me Google images of my house, and these aren't uncommon things. It's getting bad. Okay, and it wasn't this bad like 3 or 4 years ago when
Do
I
you
was.
think that's
it
the
seems
case for the average person your age? I'm just curious.
No, not the average person. For like the average, like I like the term
This dude does
netizen.
not know how it was in 2016.
Okay,
He
so for
wasn't
like
here.
so I think for like a lot of netizens, I think like for like a lot of people spend as much time on the internet as I do, or as tech savvy as I
Yeah,
was, or as
yeah.
part of any kind of online community. Yeah, but I
That
think
would not
that
be
the,
surprising. Okay. Yeah,
I
but
think
go
that
ahead.
I think that like a solution would just to be wall off like Discord and like unfettered and like poorly moderated or not tightly moderated like user generated content until you're like a certain age. And I think that like you should have
Based, I agree.
I've talked about this before. I think you should have an age card once you go into like middle school.
That's the
or-
other thing I don't hear
I don't
about.
think we
that
should measure
has
this
to,
by
like,
age because age isn't really a good metric. You
Yeah.
can be like a 30-year-old and still
Generally,
have the
it's a-
mind of a 2-year-old.
Okay, well,
Generally,
yeah,
when
so
you're
sure,
to
sure,
no,
named
no, no,
Trevor
no,
Gunn
that's
back in
true,
the
but
day.
hold on. Generally it does. You can agree. Generally, it is a good. There is utility to implementing like across the board age walls.
None of my siblings are gonna use Discord until they hit probably like they're roughly teens.
Wait,
Like,
so Nurse,
they
what
don't
do you
need
think
to be-
about the upcoming Section 230 stuff coming up from the Supreme Court?
I'm not really too well read on it, so I don't really.
So basically,
that's kind of
I
different.
mean, I know what it is in function. But I don't.
yeah, but at least I think a big reason why there's like a lot of online radicalization is that effectively, probably unknowingly, a lot of these algorithms are just sort of feeding these ideologies. So like when you go on the internet, this is all these people are seeing.
Oh, I agree. Doom scrolling
Yeah.
is nuts. That's why I deleted TikTok.
How do y'all feel
like,
about
listen,
the
I'm gonna
Chinese
keep it
thing?
honest with you.
Like humanity.
How do you feel about the
and
Chinese thing where they literally don't let
I'ma
people?
keep
And I
it
don't think that we should do
50.
this. It's very authoritarian, but like something kind of. I think it's kind of something that like literally, if you're under the age of 16 or 18, whatever it is, like 16, you're not allowed to be on the internet longer than like an hour a day.
Agreed. I don't know.
You know
if
what I
you're
mean?
at that, but I think that
I think that's probably China.
Children being exposed to the
I said
internet.
China, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying
it's
we shouldn't
bad.
do that here, but something similar would be not authoritarian.
We would have to, in the
Authoritarian
prescriptions
wise,
offered
some
here
sort of
are
like-
Honestly,
some sort of like
There are
parental-
people. Hold on. There are
Oh,
people in parts of the country
like
that
speaking
literally
to-
do not have access
literally-
to like basic information. So that would
Literally,
be
all of these
disastrous.
prescriptions would
Yeah.
require the de-anonymization of the internet completely.
Yep.
Yes.
No,
And
no.
it
so
would
I think that-
it would fundamentally alter like the openness and the
Oh, you're right,
accessibility
you're
and
right.
the function of the internet as a whole.
I think
Honestly,
I
I don't even
I
think
think
we need to
that-
go that
it would
far.
cause a literal stock market like destruction. 100%.
I think that it
We
should
can't
be,
come at it from that angle that China
ISP.
does. We have to come at it from the angle of parents need
dude,
to
the
just
moral
do
hazard that
parental
would be
stuff on
like
their technology
Yeah,
for
parents
Yo,
need
everything.
to do
can
that.
Nurse
if you
finish
go
her
to-
It's not
point?
just
We
about
made that
kids here.
argument for decades now, and it hasn't changed anything.
Hey, can we have Nurse finish her point real quick? What they were saying? Because we
I'm
did
so
just
sorry.
all start
I'll
talking
shut
over
up.
them.
I'm
Yeah, when I was like, no, it's okay. It's a big room, and I was being a little bit of an asshole earlier, so I got it. But like I said, like I think that I agree with you that like someone being the nature anonymity. You know what I'm trying to say?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
A sea
anemone.
Obviously some of that is going to have to be dissolved, but I think that as things get worse and as like it's either you have to gatekeep the internet through like age, or you're just gonna like or you're gonna have more radicalization and more children who are not growing up and having like a childhood that is based in community. I agree with you that the internet has served like a massive benefit to my life. I've become a lot smarter, and learn a lot of things through spending time online. But it definitely led me down some paths that if they didn't, that like if I wasn't, because I had a really good support system around me, things could have gone really sour. And I think that we have to be really vigilant as like things like TikTok cause people to spend more and more time on their phone, and as these algorithms become more and more nefarious or not necessarily nefarious, as they cause more and more misery and doom in people's lives.
So
we should be cognizant over like how much, or we should.
And
get
honestly,
ahead of it,
it's
right?
the algorithms that I believe that are kind of pushing people further into their echo chambers.
Normal
Like when you talk about
companies be liable for this?
I mean, no, even okay. So here's the problem with that, Free. Even if you okay, so here's the issue, man.
We would do it so well.
Cause I agree, bro.
So well.
Hey, no, I agree. You should probably whoop your kids a little bit. The problem is, though, when you get on the internet. Hold on. Listen, when you get on the fucking internet. All right, Oberon, hold on. Come on, Oberon, real quick. No, all right, look, so check it out. When you get on the internet, the problem is really the fucking algorithms. It's so much easier for people to get into their own echo chambers when the algorithm is literally designed to show you things that you may be more interested in. It's not interested in showing you other perspectives or anything like that. It's going to keep you going down the same rabbit hole that you initially started with. You can see this nowadays with like YouTube, bro. Back in the day, I could see all these other random YouTube videos about whatever the fuck. But if I click on one goddamn Mr. Beast video, all of a sudden I'm getting recommended like 30 other different content that's in that same similar vein. So if I go red pill ideology and I click on a Fresh and Fit video or an Andrew Tate video, I'm going to keep seeing all of that shit. I'm not going to see like men who aren't in that red pill ideology who are talking about something. So like it's kind of
companies like be liable for this sort of stuff.
I think at this point, well, so hold on, here's the thing. I think at this
so like
point,
the whole idea is like when you have an algorithm that the fucking plaintiffs are alleging that you essentially become a speaker of that speech and you're not just like a fucking publisher or whatever.
It's a different
so you
type
have more
of way of
responsibility.
No, that's not.
Okay. So here's the thing. If you think about it,
sued Twitch over e-girls because like they kept recommending them to him, and he was like,
here's the thing
that like these algorithms implement that it's not just related stuff, but it relates to like a comprehensive thing. Like, could we? Is that even possible?
No, this is what I kind of call it. Okay, I think it's another form of kind of mind control. Not necessarily someone intentionally doing this shit, but it's more like it does build and change your ideology based on the content that you see. Yeah, I mean, sure, they could be debatable or not. I'm just saying, even if it is intentional, or even if it is, or even if it's not, okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. It's just the fact that it doesn't matter if it's intentional or not. It's just the fact that if you continuously see the same type of rhetoric over and over and over again, it does begin to take an effect on your opinions and your ideology. That's the issue there.
Right, whether or not the algorithm itself, was the one that did it without the companies doing it, which I agree. I understand what Homeboy's saying, that like that the companies are doing it, like Facebook and Instagram, literally like a lot of. But I'm saying, can the state, should the state implement, should the state like, is that an overreach for the state to say?
I think at this point they should
provide. Yeah, right. Your algorithm must provide. If you watch a Tucker Carlson video or something, your fucking algorithm should not let like the whole thing just be all Tucker Carlson and then every other Fox News, whatever. Right?
I'm not.
It should have Fox News and then also something else.
Okay, so what was there used to be a law in U.S. history. I don't remember which one it was, but it was more
doctrine.
Yes,
I think the dialogue tree.
Yeah, it needs to kind of be something similar to that when we talk about online ideologies, because some of this shit does have the potential. Yeah, some of this shit does have potential to cause real harm, and it probably has. You know,
that only applied. That didn't apply to what essentially websites would be or platforms would be, which are private enterprises.
Right.
They would say the internet.
And I'm saying that needs to change. I'm saying now, at this moment, today, we possibly need to look into changing that. And holding people to be more.
We have to make it a nationalized utility, or we're not allowed to tell them what to do with their TOS a little bit. We can't.
It'll just kill the internet. That's really
Wait,
all
you
it
want
is.
the internet to be a public utility, or do you want
attacking the algorithms would completely demolish online monetization as we know it?
Wait, do you want the internet to be a
Like,
public utility, or are you talking about the actual website to be a public
You are
utility?
walking towards the China model, unironically. You
The
are.
what model?
I want him to clarify what he said. Let him clarify what. Were you talking about the internet being a public utility, or are you talking about the platform?
We don't
on the
even
internet?
have basic privacy laws in place for like digital information. This is a catastrophe that we're describing. You're essentially saying, yeah, we're just going to host people's social security numbers online and let people hack them. Like
what?
Full-on identifiers attached to like incoming connections. That's actually insane.
Y'all are
That's
talking
why-
magic.
No, I don't want that.
all
That's
that,
what I'm
yeah.
asking. I don't want that. I don't want what China has. I don't want that.
It's not even
so
just
is it just
China, it's like-
impossible? It has to be anonymous or none? Like or,
China,
no, I don't. I want it to be anonymous.
doesn't. All right, hold on. Slow down.
Trying to get on the same page, man.
All right,
Sorry,
here's
I'll
the
shut
deal.
up. I'll
Stop
shut up.
saying this is like China. China does not like specifically identify each individual user. They have ways. It's just the conventional means of like any ISP would be able to identify you via IP and like where you're coming from.
Hold
right?
on.
But
Now
they don't have
like
they don't have a,
metadata?
they don't have a direct attachment to your input, right? They
Okay, so
can't speak
J-Boss,
specific- Oh my god, dude, this guy needs to shut the fuck up.
bro,
You-
relax. I'm talking
what
to
people
you
are
on your.
proposing is if you
No,
want to
man, he gets
restrict
angry.
it. This guy just
I can't hear J Boss.
No, it's all right. No, this dude wants to talk more than everyone else, so let him go, I guess.
Finish your statement.
Nah, I'm talking to you.
I mean, because
No, I
at the
want
point that you wanted to fucking say that, you had the floor to finish your statement. But okay, like to your point where you say China doesn't have a way to identify that, I could have sworn I read an article where China was intentionally limiting like people who are minors their internet usage to a certain amount of hours. So how could it be true if they are able to do that to those people?
It's just similar to how they restrict like any. So what they're usually referring to are like systems in which they have to use like some kind of sign-in identifier, and those are tied directly.
Excuse
to,
me,
like,
good
your
girl.
identity. But we're not talking about like incoming signals. It's literally it's kind of impossible. Like considering what China has, if they're able to figure that out, that'd be crazy. But you can't like look at an incoming IP and go, "Oh, this is X." Right? You age restrict access to certain systems, and you can put up like a wall that requires a login, and that's probably how it works. But it doesn't matter because those laws aren't effective since kids can just use VPN for free.
Yeah,
And then
typically
it
they just
fixes
poison
all
their
that.
own DNS.
True.
and
So
that's-
J-Boss, I apologize for. No, I don't apologize, but you're right. I should not be comparing to China so much. I'm a little bit late. Like, if I could boil my question down to like one sentence, my question would be: is there a way that, because I don't think the onus, or not the onus, I don't think that companies will do like the altruistic thing for. Like the community and society.
They already
right?
put in
Do you think
barriers
that
of age restriction that they can.
But age restriction is not what we're talking about.
Our
in this
government,
scenario.
our government could like institute tighter regulations, but they just don't want to because they're lazy and there's too much money to be made.
That's what I'm asking about.
True.
What's the what regulations would those be like if they were?
If you wanted to actually stop children from accessing like things on the internet that could be damaging, you would
like how can the government get like in there and without ruining the internet?
You wouldn't be able to use the internet without like scanning an ID, basically.
Yeah, I thought.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't be able to access.
So that was kind of my point. I don't know how it is in
Christ.
China, but I'm assuming if everyone has to file a contract with a ISP or some shit like that, then clearly there's going to be some type of identification
No,
attached.
I don't think. No,
which-
this is still shallow. I'm talking about like you have to assign like a permanent IP address to any individual accessing from any endpoint. It's first of all, it's kind of impossible.
It's impossible. You can assign it to a device.
Yeah, this would be like a $5 trillion undertaking. You would have to rebuild the entire internet, and
It'd be like a
that's,
$10
that's why
trillion
if the Supreme Court does this, it's like internet commerce is now over. Like it's over.
Is there any way that we can, as like through law, coerce or coerce?
Yeah,
companies?
you can put in like massive, insane fines that force them to hire groups that like parse profiles to find underage users.
Okay, so this is what I want to ask.
What's a
Hold on.
VPN?
A VPN is a virtual private network. Okay, so what I want to ask
I'm
is, even
safe,
if
right?
you're using a VPN or something like that, is there a way for people to find out your MAC address through
Yes.
your IP? Okay,
Yes.
Wait,
so
how?
why not?
How?
Your
How
ISP
is
can
that
see all of that.
Okay,
But they just
so
don't
why
know.
not attach the MAC address to their profile?
Wait,
Because
Because
I
you
think
can't,
this is no
a
good.
MAC address doesn't matter. It's just an identifier for what device
Yeah.
you're using.
yeah, you still
Yeah.
can't prove who's using it.
Then
You-
you're
you can't
attaching
prove
the
who's using
devices
it.
to the people, right? And
That
Yeah,
let's say
doesn't
get
tell.
rid of
That's
it.
that's like
then what
saying
you're what you're
who's
asking,
what
you're
there's a
asking
car,
is
but you don't know who's
Wait,
there's a
driving.
net.
Wait,
You're now saying
how-
that we now have to register a VIN number for every
How
internet
can that?
connected device.
How
we
can that
have.
be free?
You have to
So
go
a
down to the
VPN
DMV to register your new phone. That's just not
Okay.
gonna work. You can't do that.
That's
Stan, you need to take your microphone out of your mouth a little bit.
That would
all right?
never scale.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
so I have a
sorry.
question. So what about like a card that you have that's like that's just attached to your birth date?
So
Like,
again, we're going to talk about the same issue as before, which is endpoint management, and the fact that you're going to have to somehow attach people's direct identities to specific endpoints,
Yeah.
no matter what. It can't be. You can't just give them. If you assign out devices, you're going to cripple the entire world. So that's not. You can't do that. You're not doing it from a MAC address, right? You're going to have to do it from somebody's access to an endpoint in the internet itself, which means you need to ID verify every single access, which kills API. Like it kills so many things.
You're gonna
It
have to
destroys the
ID
internet.
verify every time you ever access the internet type shit.
And it would have to
So
do
we
it
ought
multiple. It would have to
pressure
do it multiple
companies to
times a minute. So it's not possible. Is
Yeah,
essentially-
if you have anything
okay,
like a
but we-
shared
so-
computer, that can kind of fuck that.
So
Well,
so
yeah,
ought we pressure
If you have
companies?
any computer, it fucks it. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare. We're not. Our infrastructure is not capable of dealing
Yeah.
with.
Unless you were
people.
physically watching the person using the machine, there's no way for you to ever know who's on there.
No,
Yeah.
I get that. And then
So-
even if
so
you have like a
where do you
secondary
work-
thing
where do
where
you
it's
work,
like somebody
though?
has to,
Because I work in the healthcare, and that shit is really critical, super critical.
All right. Anyways,
but we're talking about
The,
the
the
internet.
So-
scale of the
So-
scale
Apart
alone makes
from
it
like
fucking impossible.
financial incentives, like what else could the government do?
financial?
I don't know
I
what
just
financial
think it'd be a
incentives.
scam.
I mean, you can fine heavily, but at the end of the day, it's a cultural thing. You got to get teenagers, to stop using social media, which you'll never be able to do. So you kind of
Positive coercion, basically.
what you really want to do is teach these kids media literacy courses in like
Exactly.
elementary school.
Yes.
That's far
One of the
more.
best classes
it's
I ever
far
took.
more. It's far more
High school.
effective to educate, so that nurse doesn't go on to some like hyper radicalized like information dump and then go, I'm just going to believe this at face value because
Yeah,
I'm too
that-
ignorant to understand otherwise.
That's true.
I do.
that's
I
true.
always
want- you wanna-
advocate
you
for
want- you
positive
want any-
coercion rather than
You want a classroom
censorship.
where kids are sitting there and going, oh, wow, wait a second. So everything I read on the news isn't necessarily 100% accurate and select
Yeah.
information. Oh, so this is what a bias is? Huh. Like, it just.
Absolutely, teach them how to parse that out. I don't think no, absolutely, media literacy #1 for sure. I don't. Yeah, I think that those things.
No, China number one.
And then
Yeah,
from
we
there,
should put it
like,
in the parents' hands too.
forcing human behavior never works. It'll never work in this case either.
Wait,
It's just,
Not long enough.
I'll put it like a statement out here. How many are actually doctors or like?
Damn, what does that
nurses,
have to
right?
do with what we're talking about, man?
I think that'd be kind of cool. Listen, like, it's kind of cool though if like who because I like their point of view. They have massive education. They went to school. I just like that. I just like it. Well,
Okay. All
Can I ask
right.
y'all a question? I have related to this, but like because I've thought about like the whole because I agree, media literacy as well as critical thinking skills should be #1 on the fucking like TEKS and
Yeah, like
curriculum.
I just think.
So
I
wait,
think
I'm sorry,
trying
I
to-
was in.
Wait, let
This
Oban
is
finish,
anecdotal.
please.
Just real quick. This is anecdotal as fuck, but like y'all can tell me like where my anecdote does not line up with like how as somebody that was in GT and like all that stupid shit, or no good shit, but like since like kindergarten because I fucking drew stick figures with fingers. So I would go to real quick. So in Oh, I thought someone was trying to say something. Okay. So
Oh, shit,
in
it's
elementary
free.
school, it was like
Oh, free.
it was like it's okay, it's okay. So it was like a class that I went to once a week or whatever, right? They would pull us out of the regular class, to like go over and do like little like learn about Leonardo da Vinci and learn about media literacy, learn about critical thinking skills and whatnot,
Well,
right?
okay,
In this
okay,
class, I
okay.
don't understand why that could not be done in the class that I was in that they pulled me out of. Why can't all kids be ELP?
You're a doctor, okay? Like, how is that not possible? Can we teach that to younger individuals?
I think that's
Like,
what
some
Oberon is
stuff.
trying to say.
I just like I'm based.
I can't hear anyone.
Just for elementary school, I don't understand why that can't be
Damn
taught.
it, Free.
And maybe
Bam. Like teach us.
You have dual
science.
sovereignty, and like different municipalities, different jurisdictions have control over like some of the curriculum that they have. The Department of Education can make certain suggestions as to what needs to happen, but at the end of the day, like, you know, if you're in one county that's teaching that shit, congratulations. But if you're not,
So should we have something that's more like a federal curriculum when we're talking about engaging on the internet?
there we go. Here we go.
Ah, yes, sir.
And
That's
Yeah,
what
so
we
what-
said.
yeah, so I bring this up
Probably,
all the time.
but will
When I
we?
was in high
Probably
school,
not.
I went to 2 high schools. Okay.
Over
I
time,
went to
you know.
I went to a really shitty high school in like the cornfields of Illinois, and then I went to the non-best prep high school in Illinois, or in probably in the Midwest. It's really like
Can I
insane high
get
school.
everyone's promise here that when you all hit 60 and you're all gonna care about voting, that you're all gonna vote for media literacy?
No.
If I make it that long,
Bro.
I'll when I go to the
issue is
ballot
we don't
box, I'll
vote for
say this is for
policy, we
bougie.
vote
Dude,
for
we needed
the
these
politicians
things.
vote for policy.
We needed these things 30 years ago. Ignorance and deception is like a key tenet of like the conservative party. Like it's just how it is. Like all they have
What
is
happens when that
melding
finally dies
perspectives
out?
in order to like appeal to their biases.
Will it just be
and-
like neolibs and
because
progressives?
the truth
after
is
that?
not on their side. It's
That's the dream, right?
I'm saying, yeah. So I have an AK-47 locked up in my. I put in like a lock. I put like that. My child cannot handle no shot. There's nobody. I just give it locked up in my AK. Boom.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, Oberon, it will be neolibs versus progressives in the future.
It's locked up. It's locked up. It's locked up. I don't have any shot of my friend getting in there. I got my friend. I do appreciate guns. I do appreciate guns.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I just.
Oh man.
I
There
like
we
the
go.
AK-47 is amazing.
Do it.
Oh
Do it,
dear.
J-Boss.
No. Hold on. Before anything gets implicated in anything, like you don't need to give out. Like,
First of all,
shut the fuck up. So
I've tried to handle this.
Whoa,
I
hold
put my
on.
AK.
Whoa.
I put my AK.
This is how
in
it
a
works.
good
The
space.
chat is now dead. That's it. We don't have
Listen.
to-
This is what I want to say. Regardless if anyone is atheist or not in here, remember that God exists, and you should remember that, especially when dealing with this type of shit here.
I
You know,
put my gun in
Just
the
asserting that
safe
God
place.
exists doesn't make it so.
He's
Hey,
watching you right now.
I
This
put
is
my
a-
gun in the fucking safe place. So
just be nice.
Y'all fuck off.
This is a test.
John
Again.
1034. And did I not tell you?
Like 3
I'm
minutes it seems
concerned-
about.
I'm
We need a
concerned that you're
complete
legally
and
allowed
total
to
shutdown
unwatch
on inebriation in this server.
100%.
It is a serious
He's
problem.
not inebriated. He has a
Oh, he is not
developmental disorder.
inebriated.
He's
He's
not
not
inebriated.
inebriated.
He has a
yeah, dude, way to be a
developmental-
fucking dick, man. What the fuck?
Wow.
Hashtag ableism.
Ah,
Let's cancel this motherfucker.
I gotta chill.
What's the best gun in the world?
we
AK-47.
say we say.
Boom.
we-
So like I said,
All right.
like I said, the chat is now dead because it'll hit like.
Yeah, I
it's
mean
just
the
a-
conversation.
We gotta
is over,
resuscitate this
so, you know.
motherfucker.
There's nothing you can do because we'll just
Yeah,
have.
can we go back to
intermittent
talking about the
Chest
blacks?
compressions. Chest
We'll have,
compressions.
we'll have
black.
intermittent.
Oh,
From
yeah.
last night? What the?
Black.
Hey,
I have a
guys, does anyone wanna play
CPR
chess? Does
certification.
anybody
I can
wanna play
say
chess?
No. Okay, so but wait, if we're so just brief, because Section 230 was mentioned, and there seems like there was some confusion around like
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
was created. So in the 90s, and you can say even in the 80s too, but in the 90s there were a bunch of contradictory like legal decisions that Section 230 was basically like designed to sort of like help circumvent. There was a court case where there was a there was a specific company that was not liable or found to be not liable for like a defamation suit.
Yeah.
That ended up having like, that ended up being online, and they were trying to sue for damages, and the court basically said that this company was basically like a public library.
Hey buddy, can you try to wait until this guy's done talking before you jump?
Well, I was just
What?
like,
No, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, well, so basically the court just said, it's just like you don't get mad at a library because there's like a book there that you don't like, right? You can argue about the book, but the library itself is like not,
So yeah,
So
I
so
got
after
the
that,
people.
right, there was another court case. Well, I'm just saying, right? After that, there was another court case, and I think it was like a web service called like Prodigy or some shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's
Like basically what happens is, and this was actually in New York. I forget where the first case went, but in New York, they basically went to the opposite and said like, no, like the fact that you were utilizing your infrastructure and your algorithms to promote this, essentially, you basically have like editorial control over it. Essentially, you're not just a publisher, right? Or you're not just a distributor. You're like a publisher at that point. And because that was paradoxical, it ended up going like the Supreme Court and like all this shit. And basically, the conclusion was that Congress had not actually developed any like there was no precedent for like this kind of stuff, right? The internet just kind of exploded, right?
Yeah.
So they basically developed Section 230 as sort of like a happy medium to sort of allow sites to have some type of editorial control, right? If you think about like CP as like an example, right? You don't want to get in trouble because you take it off your site, right?
IP3.
But at the same time, you also don't want to be. You also want to give.
Hey, Stan, hold on, bro. Let him finish.
Sir.
No, anyway, it was supposed to be just like a happy medium between the two extremes, right?
Stan, chill. Keep going.
It was just supposed to be a happy medium.
I love my
All right, fuck
Hey,
it, whatever.
Stan.
I told you,
Hold
bro.
on, man.
I told you. No,
Hey,
it's not gonna work,
Stan.
Cal.
Stan,
Yeah, okay.
no, trust me. I done
don't
done it before. Relax, Stan.
Yeah,
Stan, let him finish. All right.
Yeah,
Just let him finish.
It's not your turn to talk, Stan.
I got but our base part AK is beautiful.
All right. Well, we ain't talking about AKs right now, Stan. Let him finish real quick.
sorry.
Go ahead, whoever that
Today
was.
was a good day.
All right, Cal.
You shut up.
It was supposed to be a happy medium between allowing, in the case of a telecommunications enterprise, to be a publisher versus a distributor. Because if you just go to either extreme, you could end up in situations where a bunch of people fall through the cracks, and they wanted to be able to give sites enough power to be able to have some type of editorial control, but also have some hands off against the liability of users that would misuse that platform. So that's why Section 230 existed. At the time, obviously, they were unaware of the massive financial and institutional explosion that would occur after that, right? But that was the point of Section 230 when it was created. Because if you really think about what the internet is, right? Like even in this conversation, it's going through so many checks, it's going through different, so many different hands before you even hear my voice, right? When you make it like a free speech issue, I'm just saying, when you make it a free speech issue, you kind of have to think about well, who owns the data? And is someone obligated to store it, to keep it in transit? What happens there? And there's all these logistical issues that occur.
When it comes to,
it's not true if you published it yourself or if you spoke to somebody, right?
When it
That's a whole different ballgame.
When it comes to the
Twitter, it was like
day-to-day
right?
operations of the internet, people should understand this. When it comes to the day-to-day operations, like transmitting your voice, first of all, it's kind of just a fucking gamble if it actually works, and usually it does, which is great. But these people have no interest in like compiling these conversations and storing this data. That, in fact, they're trying to do the opposite. They're trying to reduce the amount of data that they have to be like responsible for or maintain. 100%. These databases that are the real danger are nothing compared to like the data that we use on a daily basis to actually make the internet work. And everybody wants to reduce that overhead exponentially all the time. So that is not equitable, right? Like the people you need to be worried about are these companies that have an entire business model based on selling the information that they acquired from people from accidentally filling out a form online without realizing it.
True.
Like these are actual like
absolutely true.
Surveillance capitalism.
like multi-billion-dollar companies too. Like, and it's not even surveillance. You gave that data willingly, but you just didn't know, and there's no law protecting you from fucking up.
You clicked without reading.
What was that company that did the whole like data scandal thing or whatever during the 2018? Was
I
it
know.
the
It's so
Britannia?
it's so
The
bad that it's
Cambridge
like
Analytica shit.
Cambridge Analytica.
I don't know which
Cambridge
one you're
Analytica.
referring.
Thank you.
Cambridge
Right.
Analytica was totally different. Cambridge Analytica was like actually weaponizing social media influence to like influence like elections, and they are responsible for instigating a genocide. Like it's totally.
It's like the next
think-
step
wait,
from
in
what we're
Ukraine?
talking about.
They're like
Wait,
the
what genocide?
Wagner. They were like the Wagner of data scientists, right? That's why all their engineers were like these young 20-something idiots. Like because they didn't understand what they were getting into, and all they saw was money. So that's why all their infrastructure is built out by these people. Total mess.
Are you saying base?
Yeah, nurse. That's like you cold calling people for Republican donations to fucking Herschel Walker's.
Wow.
Yes,
Maybe I
Well,
should
actually,
stop doing
those like cold call lists are people who like signed up. Typically, they're actually usually supporters. and they wanna
It
be
was a
loyal.
really, really, really poorly executed or even joke, and I apologize, everybody. I'm so
You
It's okay.
Does anybody want to play chess?
No.
Nah.
Sure.
You probably
Yep.
suck.
The Diablo
no.
2 servers are absolutely fucked right now. This sucks.
So going back to just briefly, Bougie, you're familiar with this. If we're talking about online, because you can't control people like out in the day to day, I do have at least one idea that may be a little controversial. Some people might not like it, as it pertains to Twitter at least, and how we could sort of control or manage or moderate how slurs, the N-word, stuff like that is sort of put on its site.
Oh, well, I'll always say N-word. It's hard to say sometimes. Yeah.
Hold on, Stan.
It's just it's a little controversial because it requires some people may not like it.
I just think like what do you think about the N-word?
Hold on, Ben. Hey, hold on, Stan. Let Ben finish. He was talking.
So
You're
you know,
interrupting
you
him.
have like these different you get you go on like HBO Max, you have
Keep
like
going,
different
Ben.
subscription, you have different subscription services and different bundles. Well, I was thinking we should have like a slur pejorative kind of bundle, like a package basically where the N-word is at the top. You basically get like an N-word pass that you have to apply for, right? And there's a whole background check and everything.
Can I
And
say it?
depending
Can I say
Hold
it?
on, Stan. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
I can say it, right?
And
No,
depending,
no,
no,
you cannot say
no,
it.
no.
Oh my
You want to get banned quick.
All
right,
give me time. Give me time when I can say the word. That's all.
Hey, we'll give you some time afterwards. Let Ben finish.
Wait,
all right?
I'd love.
I mean, if he
So
really
this is
wants
on
to speak, I
social
don't know.
media,
Like, he could say
right?
what he.
I
This
just
is on social media.
Bougie already knows what the fuck I'm talking about, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's base. So, why can I not? Why can I say the N-word?
You can. Go ahead. Say it now.
No,
help me.
Please, dude, come on now, don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Don't even joke about it like that. Like,
all right, let me stop.
This is
He knows. I don't know why he asked that because he already knows. Stan, don't worry about it, man. It's okay. Nobody can say it, Stan. Nobody can say
I think
it.
Stan is low key the best
I
troll.
think you're just jealous because he could say.
Well, Stan, nobody can really
No,
say
he
it
cannot
here.
say
To
it,
be
dude.
honest,
No,
nobody
I want
can say
everyone
it.
that called me ableist to apologize.
Well, here's the thing. Does he have the
I'ma say
pass
it
to
right
say
now.
it? Did he pay for the subscription at $29.95 monthly? If not,
$29.95
way for 2 syllables.
well, here's the
Get
thing.
real.
Here's the thing. If you're black or you're a white woman from the ghetto, in February you get the month off, but everybody else got to pay.
What about snow bunnies?
I'm sorry. It can't.
Why do black people have to pay for it?
It's like an NFT, but for like racism. Think of it like that.
This bit sucks.
Yeah,
No,
it's
what's
bad.
wrong with
It's
actually
bad.
doing that?
But I just
Isn't this the
want
Bill
to.
Burr take?
I want to be beautiful like everybody else. Like, why N-word is a problem?
You got to stop
Not
talking
that-
about this. We're not talking about this. It's
I'm
over.
not talking about the N word at all.
We're not talking about.
Yeah,
the
you're taking this
Stop
way
talking-
too
stop
seriously.
talking
Like I
about
was
the
just
N-word
trolling.
or
Good God.
I've been a problem.
I just wanted to
You
think
need to
about
stop.
that. I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
keep
explore
repeating
that
N-word.
idea.
I've been a huge problem with N-word, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey,
Stop-
Stan,
stop talking
Stan, don't
about
worry about it, bro. Don't
Can we
worry about
Reagan?
it. It's all good. No, it's all good.
Let's
Stan,
go back to
just
talking about
hey,
video
hold on,
games. Let's talk about video games a minute.
Stan,
Nah,
just chill
Let's
out for
go
right
talk
now. All
about-
right,
you can reg
hear me
whoever
out.
you
Stan.
want.
If I say it though, it's
Nah,
Dude,
Stan,
come
don't
on,
worry about
don't.
it.
You
I
have
will
to
about
reg
it.
you if you say it, Stan. You
No,
will
You can
be
say
gone.
it. Go ahead.
You
Stop.
will
Don't
be
go
gone,
right
Stan.
now.
Stop being weird.
Yo, come on
Say it,
now. Think and
Yeah,
don't do
just
that.
honestly,
So
dude.
whoever said that should get rigged for ban.
I wish they would do
Hell
it.
nah.
Bro, you
Every
got
person,
fans.
every person
You
who's
got
telling
fans.
him, every person who told him to say it should get banned.
Hell no.
Fucking
Fuck
yeah.
that.
J Boss, you were talking about what game did you say you were playing again?
Hey,
No
as much
shot.
as I love you,
What?
Stan, you came in here kind of derailing. Just hold it down for
I
a
know.
second. And hey, Stan,
Yeah,
just chill. Hey, we gonna have time at the end, but let homeboy finish. Just relax. You know what I'm saying?
Invite Stan to your server
I
so he
never
can
say it.
I forget what I was
never
about to
say-
say.
Okay.
like,
I
Yeah.
wanted to say it because you know what? I respect
No, we were
culture.
talking about
Dude, oh
Los
my
Angeles.
fucking
Hey, you know
God.
what, Stan? I appreciate you.
I
That's very nice
appreciate
of
I
you.
would never
Respect
say
your
the
right
word.
to
That is
say
very
the
nice
N-word.
of you. Stan, to not say that.
I would
Who's
never
hot
say it
micing?
because
That's
Free
free.
again? Oh my God.
that's
I thought that was B for a second.
what's happening.
I'm a F-R-E-E.
I would say the words. Yeah, and I respect. No, I can't do it. Because you know what? I have way more. I have so much respect.
Oh my God, dude. No,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
Stan, just go on mute for a second. Just for a second, all right? Hey,
Oh my
Free,
God,
you
Free.
hot micing, brother.
I don't know if he's here. He's probably not
No,
even
he's
in front
not.
of the.
If
He
we
good.
ping
He
him,
good
will you?
now.
Does he
No,
read that or?
no. It's good now. I think it's good now. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Nice.
Plus subscription.
Who was
Oh,
talking?
I forget what I was on a.
Yeah, subscription to slow words.
Yeah, no, like it's like there's different tiers depending on like the word, and it could be left up to like popular demand, I guess.
Why would
and
it be? I don't understand.
you could get like a
How does
whole
somebody
extended.
know that somebody has paid for that?
Oh my God.
Well, because like what I'm saying, like you have to actually get verified for you. You can't just go out and using it like because the way it would work, right? If you just go out and just try to use it and you don't have the whole thing with your account set up, then it just won't post what you want to post.
Nigga, hold up. I ain't even. I'm in the car.
God damn it,
Free! Oh no!
You know what? Whatever. I got.
Free, no!
Oh, the biggest hypocrite.
Look how the tables
My
have
DoorDash is here, so I'm.
We got him in 4K. Oh no!
I'm what if he?
We need to ban him now.
What happened?
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Free
fine.
said the bird.
No, you got, J-Boss, you got to mention the elephant in the room on the ring message.
No, 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 Don't say it. Don't say it, please. Please don't say it.
Say it.
Don't say it, please. No!
Free, no!
No!
Stop.
We need to ban Free.
We just need to do something, bro.
He is doing some shit in real life on the phone. Probably doesn't realize this shit is unmuted.
This ain't Discord behavior at all.
Yeah, he doesn't say that shit in here. So like, just relax. But we do need him probably to mute his mic or some shit.
Finally, we can. I can
All right.
report Free, and that's okay.
We're not reporting Free. You wouldn't get. Nobody would get in trouble.
I work.
No long-standing user would get in trouble for like accidentally end bombing.
If that's anybody's
That was just
confirmation,
hilarious.
Free is indeed a black man. There you go. You got official confirmation now.
Did it make sense okay on the Discord?
I work
didn't know
with
that.
I work with doctors.
As long as
they
we're
are
all
they are
okay
black
with it.
and white. I don't care about that.
Okay, we should talk about something else.
The whole
What
point is
happened?
that the revenue that would be brought up would go to like black colleges and different charities and shit. Like, the money was going to be repurposed to underprivileged youth. That's what.
I think where I'm working for, doctors and nurses, they're all white and black. I don't understand. Like they're based. Like they're super.
Yeah, I don't understand why women are nurses.
Black people are based.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest for a hot minute. I thought Free
rumors about that.
I'll be honest for 1 minute. I thought Free was better than that.
Wait,
Not gonna lie. A little part of me deep down had faith. I was like, nah, he's a man of God. He's a wonderful guy. He would never.
Hey,
use
boss,
it.
what they gotta do? What they gotta do with it?
He doesn't have to do a damn thing. He doesn't owe me a damn thing. Just personally, on a personal level, I thought it was.
I'm saying, what does that have to do with anything?
Go ever meet your heroes.
Like
It doesn't have to
Jesus,
do it-
forgive
it
him.
doesn't- It's not an
Don't
actual
do it
point,
anything.
but
I
it's kind
feel
of
you.
funny. It's kind of
I
funny.
feel you. You thought it, yeah. I
It's
feel
not real
hilarious.
Take it out though. You
I
can't
thought
act
he
like
was-
you
I
ain't
thought he
never
was-
said the N word in private.
thought he
I
was
don't, I
one
don't
of those-
say that
nobody was
shit.
listening.
I get, dude. If it's, I get mad if people say that shit.
You've
Like,
never said that shit ever in your
I,
life.
I have
Never.
absolutely. Hold on.
Not even with a rap
I have,
song.
I have
Hey, cuz,
absolutely.
look.
Oh God,
No,
for
no,
real,
no,
for
no.
real?
Hey,
No,
cuz,
give me a second.
I
I have, no, I'm admitting right now. I have absolutely said that shit heavy.
Okay, there you
I
go.
was
That's
saying, I
it,
know
bro.
you
That's
have.
it.
I've woken up to you
I've
whispering
changed.
it in my
That's
ear.
it. I've changed.
That's it. That's it. You've changed your
J-Boss
ways.
has grown
I
and
had
become a better man.
I witnessed like real shit racism in front of me once, and I like ever since then I just
I
can't.
realize, oh, I can't. That shit can't be me.
It's like
Well, and
actually
it's-
fucked up.
yeah,
Like, oh
you
shit, this
saw-
isn't internet. This isn't internet edge. Like, this just actually
this is
happens
Omega
like
Law.
every
Yeah,
day.
you realize that you
Word.
can never meet that tier
So
of
what
racism.
were we
You're like,
talking
"Fuck,
about?
I can't achieve
Ben?
that." So you had to go.
Hmm?
Fuck.
Yeah, I couldn't reach that level of
Yeah.
racism. Like
You
the
had to
cop
resign
who,
as a racist.
I got into a car accident that was like it was like a fender bender. It was my fault. The other guy was a person of color, and that dude, like the cop, came over to me. He was like, "Hey man, so I'll just check in on this, and if anything happens, like if it's your fault, I'm not going to call you, but you know he might be able to call your insurance." And then he went over to the other guy and was just like straight up like mean, like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
fucked up. He was just it was like night and day difference. I was like, "Damn, dude." I should
J-Boss,
stop
did you see that
saying
study?
Were you just mad?
Did you see that study that they did where they
This guy was Hispanic, and he was like speaking totally perfect English, and the guy was like, "I don't understand what you're saying. I need you to calm down." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" Like,
wait, so he was speaking with perfect diction, and the cop was just like, "Yeah, ¿qué pasa?"
yeah,
Like,
the cop was just like being hyper. I had to like walk. I just couldn't engage with it because it was just.
Wait, so yeah, so you saw him
Sir,
being
I need you to
openly
calm
racist to the
down.
guy, and you're like,
This is why
I'm gonna
don't
walk
care to
away.
speak English.
This is the
Yeah,
right side
so
to
that's
leave.
why.
You won't
That's why
understand me
when
anyway.
it was like an insurance claim for like a $300 body job, and I was like, "Dude, that's me, 100%. Give that man the money right now." Like, I scraped his side. I'm sorry. I scraped his car. It's all
oh
good.
my gosh.
It's the one time I ever had an insurance claim against me.
Did you notice like they had well, there were a couple studies. I posted it in the chat a couple times where they used body cam footage, and they had this huge, massive, like all across countrywide like analysis over the past 10 years, where they use body cam footage, dash cam footage, and like everything, different recordings to basically come up with a predictive model for whether or not you are like black, white, male, female, or whatever, based off of how the police officer speaks to you. And they found that in the case of minorities, particularly black people, stuff that we already know, right? It's like they just talk to us, they speak to us differently statistically. It's just one of those things. Like, could be the same crime or the same alleged offense. Sometimes we don't even know about it, like what the offense is.
I was the one who was wrong. That's the most fucked up part. Is like he kind of knew I was wrong too, but he was just being nice to me.
He was gonna let you off with a warning.
He didn't give me. He didn't file a fucking report on me. Nothing. The insurance claim, I could have gone, nah, that's not me, and then that would have been it.
Yeah.
Like there was no police report. He didn't fucking file.
Oh, so you chose to. Well, that's admirable. Yeah. Then.
So
I mean, it's not a wonder that the police
when I
speaks
got
differently
into a
with
car
criminals
accident,
or people
the
that
last
they-
time I got into a
I'll tell
car
you what.
accident and it was somebody else's fault, they
Man,
got cited. They got
the
cited
fuck,
before
man?
they even got put into the fucking ambulance.
If I was black and I got pulled over, it's a different.
No.
Wait,
no.
it's so fucking bad, dude.
No.
I've been treated. I've been treated so good when I get pulled over with my car. I've been treated so good, man. So don't play this game. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, stop
Come
playing
on,
games, J.
So, as a white man, I can't tell you.
Are you a white guy?
If I'm getting pulled over.
I drive a Cadillac. I'm a white guy. I think I've been treated way too nice.
Yeah,
So you're like
that's
the
what
most
I'm
white.
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's not just because
actually
it's not. It
actually
has nothing to do with the black or the white. Like it's more about the institution of.
I think it does, though. I think it does.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the institution of policing, right? Because you can have black cops that could treat other black. It doesn't.
I've seen videos of like, just because I'm white and just because I drive a Cadillac, like they think like I'm okay individual. I be speeding, right? I just think I get treated better, and that's fucked up because I don't think I should be treated any better than
Yeah, or any worse, really. I mean, like
right,
it doesn't, have to be negative.
right. I'm sorry.
This dude just hijacking my entire conversation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, J.
that's what's
Boss.
happening.
People actually get treated well because they're white.
I don't like the fact that I am treated better than anybody else. I
Yeah,
don't.
I hope J.
I think
Boss
we
agrees
also
that.
don't like the fact that you're white.
I think you
That's
should
okay,
be treated
we'll move on,
better.
fella.
You deserve it.
I think you should be treated like shit.
You earned it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Treat me like everybody else. That's it.
I want to be mistreated like everybody else.
Fuck it off.
Man,
If you can't laugh at your
I swear though.
Should we be mistreating people more or just?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, based on behavior, yeah.
Just the white
Because,
ones, okay?
Regardless of affliction or skin color.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
what do you mean by affliction?
Yeah, wait a minute.
I'm asking
Like a guy walks out and he's got leprosy or something, or cerebral palsy, and you.
Dude, listen, if you got leprosy and you come near me, I should have a right to kill you legally.
Okay, fine. Maybe not leprosy, right? But it's come on.
But if I get pulled over, I'm like a P1 at McLaren. Like,
It's like, why did you shoot Grandma 99 times? It's like, well, she had.
White people, well, just real quick, does this mean we should advocate for white people being more aggressive to cops to make them treat us?
Nah, hell no, dude. I don't want a fucking ticket. Fuck that.
No, be more aggressive to white people. Yeah.
I don't think that matters. There's a lot of. I have a guilty pleasure with watching Karens on YouTube, like just tell off cops and have them leave and shit.
I will always advocate.
I would think caring is a bad slur.
We'll always advocate for like the better treatment of minorities, but I am not gonna get a ticket to make a political point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
So you're
it's just
never
not
going to
happen.
advocate for the betterment of a majority, only a minority, yeah?
Shirking away from direct action. Oh boy.
Well, those are the ones
Cancel
I know.
J-Bob.
Listen, I can
That's
I can take his badge number and report him. That's honestly the best thing I could do in that situation. Because if he perceives me as somebody who like would potentially report him, then he's more likely to alter his behavior. So if I allow him to be more abusive, I will have more of a ground to stand on if I report it.
Okay.
So maybe I'll like convince him I'm a little racist.
I'm gonna say one thing.
You never know.
So in Chicago, I'm kind of a dark person. I drive
What?
McLaren F1.
You don't drive a McLaren or a Cadillac, do you?
I do. Yeah. The problem is.
Wait, did you say a McLaren?
I don't think you have an AK.
You do not drive a McLaren.
I would be concerned if you did have an AK.
I mean, I don't have epistemic access into this man's life, so I can't say he does or doesn't.
I get pulled over. Why did they pull me
You're,
over?
this is all made up. You're making
I
all
think
this
you should
up.
get pulled over more often, actually, from what you've been saying.
What?
True.
I'm
no.
That's pretty ableist.
Why are you lying about owning a McLaren? What type of brakes do you need to buy for your McLaren? I know you don't
McLaren
know.
brakes.
Why are you
Oh,
making
no.
this up? Damn.
You're the crowd. It's going a different direction now.
My fucking engineer does that shit.
You shouldn't lie to people on the internet.
Wait, this
I
guy
only
drives a
touched that
McLaren? Whoa, now I'm
No.
impressed.
He's lying.
What color is your McLaren?
I don't.
He
Now
probably,
I'm genuinely impressed. This is a real man. This is a man's man right here.
Okay, are you gonna take shots at it now?
Bugatti is a Bugatti like a
No, but
Bugatti.
Bugatti's not. It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't do that shit.
Bugatti is a joke, dude.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
Nothing.
How
This
does
guy
this
is
work
saying
out?
he's driving a Cadillac. Now he's saying he drives a McLaren. All of it's a lie.
There's like
Hey, I've seen a lot of crazy
Who the
things.
fuck?
Anything
Who
can
the
happen.
fuck would daily a McLaren? That's just uncomfortable. Why the fuck
Anything
would
can
you
happen.
daily a McLaren?
Well,
You tell me you wouldn't?
it's actually not that bad.
I
though.
wouldn't daily a fucking McLaren, even if I was a billionaire.
It's like
Wow,
it's like
wow.
the movie
That
where the guy's a
shit is like
quadriplegic.
7 inches off the ground, bro. I'm not trying to fucking. I'm not doing a
Oh no,
crunch
a
and
minor
get into my
speed
car,
bump.
bro.
That's $400,000.
Yeah, dude. Fucking American roads. Are you out of your mind? Hello?
It's fun though. It's fun.
You don't own a McLaren. You don't own a McLaren. You're
It's
lying.
fun driving 4 miles an hour down the road because of the speed limit is 15 meters.
It's
Yeah,
not
like you're
fun.
getting passed by like
It's not
small
fun.
dogs and like
I know you're lying
old
because
ladies
it's not
and
fun.
A caterpillar is trying to race you.
You can't drive a McLaren like a sports car. You have to drive it like a normal vehicle. Otherwise, you spin out like an idiot. Our roads aren't designed to
Okay.
be raced on by a McLaren.
Okay.
No.
You're cruising that shit at 40 miles an hour gingerly, hoping you don't hit the pedal at the wrong way.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
You're
his,
right,
what does
you're
the color of
right,
his hair
though.
have to do
You're
with
right. You're right though. You're right.
He beat me to the punch.
Fuck, sorry.
You don't
I-
cruise around in a McLaren. Nobody does that.
Wait, but
I think
I
that's
mean,
the only
some
thing you
people
do in a
do.
McLaren is cruise around. You definitely don't daily in it.
You take it to a track. You
I-
don't
I
daily
do-
it. You take it to like some special event, maybe.
do you
Yes.
think
Take it over a
do you
3-inch
think I
No,
go-
I only use
roads.
my McLaren when I have returns to TJ Maxx
Man,
and Home Goods.
guys-
What else
guys
would I
are
use it for, you
geese.
silly goose?
I
Okay,
use it when
man,
I go to
Oh,
Target.
goodness.
I've got
my
groceries to pick up.
Man,
Yeah, I'm gonna get in my McLaren and do chores. Yeah,
Dude,
okay.
shut the fuck up, dude.
Wait,
No,
I might.
do
This
you
might
want
be.
me
This
to
might be
There-
There's absolutely no massive disparity of wealth appropriation in that state.
Wait a minute.
Matt.
This might be a little sexist for me to assume, but you're telling me, B, that as a woman, you're not impressed by this guy's McLaren?
Fuck
It-
Who's McLaren?
No,
Wait a minute.
nobody said McLaren's good.
I think owning a
Unless you actually
supercar.
treat it well, no,
Yo,
I'm not impressed.
stop,
I would rather
stop,
see a
stop.
practical car that we can utilize all the time.
Hey,
I own.
hey,
Well, I'll let
hey,
you know.
bitch?
I actually own 4 McLarens. Okay, they are 1 to
the fuck's
100
No, you don't.
scale
No,
miniatures.
No, you
They are
don't. You're
1 to 100
European. You're
scale
from Europe.
miniatures.
You're
that I
from
have
Europe,
on
Believe
my
in
shelf.
mini.
Australia. They don't have
let me
real
say,
cars.
let
in
me
those
say, let me
countries,
say
okay?
one thing. Let me say one thing.
You drive a Fiat.
I got McLaren. I got a Dodge Viper.
It's a fucking Chrysler.
Fix it again, Tony.
What?
Look, I'm willing to bet that you drive around comfortably in like a Ford Volt.
What?
Like,
You're-
just a Ford.
it's-
okay?
it's
Homeboy,
funny,
I drive a
it's-
fucking
it's funny.
Toyota Camry.
It's
I ain't
funny.
spending money.
I drive in a '97 Cadillac, dude. That's my shit, dude.
That's
Well,
even dumber. That's
I
dumb.
love my Ford Escape. It's like a
shit's
2014,
expensive.
and man alive, it is just, it's a
I-
fully
I-
paid
I-
off.
I
It's
don't
got
care.
great
The same
gas
car.
mileage,
Oh,
it's
no.
got the perfect size.
My goal in life is to
Fucking love it.
drive less. I don't want to
Oh,
buy
what
a
the
nice
fuck is
car.
this car?
Why?
Do you have a
Really?
97
what
Ford
is
cars?
What
Cars
is
suck.
this?
Same car. We have the same car. Oh no.
Wait, what's the problem? Like, what is the issue? That's like,
You think you can come onto Discord and tell lies?
Yes.
We had some
One
guy
does
the
not
other
just
day.
come on to
Oh, Doc,
Discord.
There was a guy that
Right.
came in here, described
wait.
himself as a Playboy
Wait.
millionaire. He makes
Wait,
less than
wait.
$30,000 a year. renting
I
out
don't
Harley.
care about bullshit. You want me to take a picture of my fucking garage?
Maybe
What
he's just
the
good with his
fuck?
money.
Yes, I want
I
you
can
to go
also
into
just
your
Google
garage of your
pictures of
Lamborghini.
garages. I can just Google that too, bro. What do you mean?
Bro, I
don't trust you.
I can take a picture of my
It's gonna be the Ferrari. It's gonna be the Ferrari.
Wait, no. If you're gonna take a picture, wait, hold on. If you're gonna do
Turn your
that,
camera on and show me $20. Turn your camera on and show me $20.
are you gonna hold today's paper, right, with like a view in front of it?
Bro.
It's kind of weird coming on a Discord call.
I literally, do you want me to go downstairs right now?
Bubba.
I want you to go downstairs right now.
I don't think you
go downstairs right now.
So
okay.
To be raised
That's
the problem.
You're supposed to go downstairs. Why aren't you going downstairs, bro? Let's go. Show me the pictures.
You're not his master.
Boom.
J-Boss, why are you trying
those
to
days are over.
power over this poor defenseless man?
A Daytona Spider, a Viper. Boom. Okay. Bust it.
You're not even
You
showing
said
me
you
the
have a
screen.
Viper.
Okay, here you go. But,
Yeah,
fuck it.
you-
Fuck you.
you gotta
Hey,
be
Stan,
serious.
turn your camera on and show me $20.
Oh wait, I don't think he
Can
can
you do
because
that? Can
this
you turn your
room,
camera on and show me
the room's got more than
$20?
25 people in. I don't think he can.
Oh no.
You can't do it live.
All right, kick out.
Oh no!
Damn.
Sadly,
No, we're
there's no
in-
way to prove the date, such
We're
as
in,
a paper
we're in off
or
topic.
like
Take a picture and DM it
a
to us.
device.
Actually, no, don't DM us anything. Let me take that.
Hey,
DM me
Stan.
at all, no.
Hey
Don't
Stan.
DM me at all.
Hey Stan. Look in general voice. I'm gonna post a picture of my car, and it's probably better than yours.
This
Look in
bro's
general
picture.
voice.
This bro sent a picture of a bicycle. No shot.
Wait, where?
Look at my car. It's
That's
Wait, where am I
actually
looking?
the
For
case.
general house ownership,
It's
should
in
I be
general
keeping my
voice.
toolbox? Like, I kind of want to keep it in my kitchen just in case something happens because it's the most central location.
Wait, just to be clear.
But I feel like it should really just be going downstairs to the basement. No.
Probably.
I don't know. Put it wherever you
Wait,
want.
did he actually post it?
Yeah, I should also probably have a toolbox because my toolbox is currently a duffel bag and that just doesn't feel great.
Yeah, get like a nice, thing for it.
Did he
Or-
post it? Because I don't see it.
What you really need is a handyman
It's
that
in
comes
general voice.
in with a big dick.
This is on
Wait,
my car.
that's a
Oh.
GIF. That's
Make
not like
someone
an
else
actual
do the
image you
work.
took. That's just a GIF.
If I
Listen,
wanna-
Logan.
Wait,
all
I'm
you
looking
need
at.
to do
I
is
don't
come
see it.
over
In,
here, like,
wait, it's in general
with a
voice. Hold on.
toolbox, and I'll
Yeah,
get
look
it
at my
going.
car.
What if I want to be a woman?
Get like a nice toolbox. I don't know. I wouldn't keep it in the kitchen. You can keep like
Dude, this is the SpongeBob
loose
movie or whatever. the
tools,
fuck.
like a screw. You got to get the drawer. Do you have a drawer yet? You know the drawer where you
The-
just put
Yeah.
like all sorts of miscellaneous shit in your
The
kitchen.
drawer. Of
Throw
course.
like a screw. Throw
What
throw
is-
like different size screwdrivers in there, and then call it a day. That's really it. And then keep the toolbox like in a garage or in the basement. And then you go into the drawer.
We don't know what toolboxes are.
And you're too lazy to go downstairs, so you like scrape you bald a couple of screws, but it gets the job done. And you don't worry about it. You deal with it later. That's human nature.
True.
Men built a world so that we can go back to doing what we love, which is nothing.
Hey Stan, look at my car. Look at my car. I'm streaming my cars. Look at my stream.
Did you
I
post
just
it?
want to say, let it be known for the audience, he did not post it in Gen Voice. Let it be
Oh my
known.
gosh, this guy's put a
Wait,
fucking
well,
YouTube video. No shot.
Alright, one
Base.
second.
Hey, I'm just here in my garage with all my
With my
fucking
Lamborghini.
friends
Yeah, he's
and all my books on Shakespeare.
he is on Photoshop trying to Photoshop the Lamborghini
I have
guy.
I have a
Lamborghini
Ferrari.
video.
What the fuck?
What
This
was the
guy's-
big meme with that guy again? It's been like
Nobody
Lopez
cares you
is a
have a
scammer.
Ferrari, dude.
His meme was,
Scammer.
"I got the Lamborghini."
He's
Nobody wants to talk about your
scammer.
fucking
I
Ferrari.
read 10 books
Ty
every
Lopez
day.
was a scam artist. That's it.
Wait, but I
he was a
actually have
scammer?
a
Nobody
Yeah.
cares, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your Ferrari. Nobody cares.
I care. Wait,
Wait,
no,
I
wait.
do.
I
Wait,
care.
we
I'm
all
so
care.
impressed. though. I'm
it's
so
Oh
only
impressed.
my god, dude! I
We all
hate.
agree, J-Boss.
I actually care about his car.
Logan,
This is
Logan
abuse.
is
This is abuse.
You're
Logan,
care about his
Logan is
car.
doing this. Logan is doing this because I won't have sex with him. I want this to be
True.
Hold on. Let it be known that
At least you know.
You said you explicitly weren't talking to me when it was about the sex, so you're not even denying it to
sounded
me.
like a no,
You're just
so
refusing to
maybe he's
accept
right.
it. Okay.
I'm not. I'm refusing to even consider it would exist. In the first
Oh,
place.
Yeah,
interesting.
exactly.
I got
So-
my word of the day. Let's see. Flaccid, limp. Okay, why am I getting that?
Wow.
My words today.
Just
Flaccid
saying,
cock.
Did anybody? I
probably
watched
should
a
have
funny.
probably should
I
have
watched
read
a-
it before
I watched a Funny Onion video today where it was the guys. They foiled his assassination attempt on Obama because he kept getting nervous and didn't want people to think he was doing it because of a race thing. He was only
yeah, I see that.
Have you not seen that
People think I'm
video?
racist.
Wait. Where's
I have
the
plenty of black friends. Neighbors
Wait,
report
don't-
that he's normally quiet and isolated unless a black person is in the neighborhood. And then he tends to be overly friendly. Then he tends to be overly friendly in a very strange kind of manner, inviting them into their home and sharing meals with them.
See,
Sharing
this is correct.
If you, it's a funny. There was, and then they interviewed the militia guy, and they were like, you know, we were about it at first. And then he started talking about Obama had a black soul, and that just didn't really sound right to us.
Yeah,
we're not about that.
Yeah, that's still our commander in chief, sir.
Yeah,
Shit,
we're
that was
evil,
funny.
but not for
Well,
the
no, it was like an anti-government militia
Yeah.
that they were interviewing.
But then they found out that they were also anti-black, and that's where the line was crossed.
One thing I really loved was the Key and Peele sketch about the racist.
Oh my God,
zombie
shut
that
up.
walk into
Who the
What?
fuck is that?
Who the fuck?
Way.
Get him.
Who's this
Everyone.
guy? Hold on.
Yeah,
That
who
man
the
at
hell is that?
stake.
That was all right.
Who said that?
He's a very sensitive
what?
boy. He doesn't like hearing
Yeah, speak
powerful
up.
girl
Speak up,
bosses
brave man.
like B or J boss.
No, Logan, shut up. You're being cringe. Okay.
Boy, that's hey, pretty. Boys, get me the fuck out of here.
It's Glock. There he is.
Yep,
Why'd
it's
you
Glock.
need to
We
shut the
found the
fuck up?
boys.
What a
Was
cunt.
that Sten?
Yep.
Well,
No, it's Glock. He's out.
Oh.
Get him free.
Later,
Get him
Luke.
free because
Fuck
this
yeah,
guy we're gonna have
man.
another fucking.
Now.
His
Be,
paintings are just in a twist. It's
be
whatever.
respectful. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Should I do the bit with
no.
Free?
Oh, what
think
were
I'm
you
gonna do
saying,
the bit.
B?
Do it.
Free's gonna hate this, but it's gonna be funny for everyone else. So.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
Jesus on my jeans.
Well, he joined the server. 2
Wait,
days
why?
ago.
Why did you say Stan? Like
Join the
awesome.
server free.
This
whole
guy thought it
days
was
ago.
politics, bro. This ain't politics.
It's always politics.
It's always the politics,
dude.
people.
Everything.
Yo, dude, honestly, I'm
disgusting.
surprised, dude. That Wildman guy, he's just still in here. I'm impressed.
No, he was
Yeah.
banned.
He got
right? I
banned.
thought-
Oh,
Yeah.
he got banned. Yeah, it must have been
for
last
what?
night.
Yeah,
No, he got
Wait,
banned
why are you
5
impressed
hours
by
ago.
that? Wildman is just he's
so,
such
like,
an
I
annoying
used
little
to-
wannabe streamer.
You know, I know. So for context, before I found this Discord for like a year and a half, I was I used to hang out in that Discord, and
Sorry to
like
hear that.
Wildman, for how toxic that Discord can be, for how racist the politics Discord can be, Wildman still managed to get himself red mic'd almost every conversation.
What the fuck does that
What
mean?
the fuck? How?
Means
Server
that, like
muted.
server
Muted.
muted.
I don't speak
You
English.
dummy.
What does
Right.
that mean?
And
To
so I
be
was really
fair,
impressed
that's not
with his
very
longevity
hard.
here.
I mean,
No,
how?
no, in
Well,
that server particularly, I feel like it's
He
so
was
Yeah, I
hard.
too busy
know.
fussing
I would
about
hear
his tier
N-word
and thinking
this,
that he was
F-word
really,
that.
really good
I-
whenever he is like bottom
I
tier
said 2
mid.
words and got
the server sucks.
red mic'd on there, and then I,
I
just
like
never
going
went back.
into the Haram VC and arguing about why Islam is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I say it's
That's
because
not-
why do you dress your women in like ugly like sheets? Why don't you just make them hot? I don't get it.
They're-
Oh my
dude,
God.
burkas-
Brother.
Burkas are
That's-
absolutely.
I'm just
gone.
kidding. The
What you're
Haram
talking
chat
about.
actually loves me because I
Wait.
don't do that.
Okay.
Go ask him, bro. Ask him about J-Boss.
I love.
They'll go,
Burkas.
Musha
If I-
Hadim
when I
Warrior. Yes.
I am.
I
am breathing the deepest
I
I
think-
can.
So
I
I
think
thought
we
about
go
this a
down.
lot. When I start transitioning, I'm gonna be a
I-
very
I
modest.
think-
When I start transitioning, I'm gonna be a very modest woman. I want to wear like
What?
like floor length, like I don't want to show any shoulder or any leg. Like
Okay.
like I was like
This isn't the notorious
I
dad
can't-
want
fucker,
all your
right?
choice.
Wait,
What
this
the
is not the
fuck?
dad slayer, right?
Bro, what are you talking about? Why?
No,
What is
shut.
it-
You're not gonna fuck my dad and then be a modest woman. Hold on.
This
Sorry.
guy's like.
Wait, why can't I fuck your dad?
I mean, you
I
can't.
can-
You're just not
anyway,
gonna be modest.
Because he's dead.
Let me know.
Has anyone
let
ever
me know
seen
how
this?
That doesn't
One of the
change
funniest
anything,
things I've
to
ever
be
seen
honest.
in a long
Oh,
ass time.
I love solid.
So let me know how the transition goes, all right? Just hit me up.
yeah, in
Did
10
you see
years.
the one with?
It's like, wait a minute, why does your
No,
spider sense just pick him
no.
out of the crowd like that?
10 years? No, 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 no.
Whoa, no, I was.
I like.
What's wrong?
I like that.
No, no, no. We
I
need
like
we
that.
need this we need this a little sooner, you know?
Do you know what I look like?
Yes.
Who
We all
cares?
do.
No.
Who cares?
You must
No,
look like a
because
nerd.
no.
It's amazing.
I have a lot of work.
No,
to do.
because from what
I
you've
have a lot
said,
You're
of
on
work to do.
camera enough. We all know what you look like, babe.
I look like a man.
You look a good
Do
person.
you?
Sure.
Do you though?
I
You
look
said
like
that
a
so
man.
uncomfortable.
What does a man? What does a man look like?
Okay,
Yeah, I
now
don't know what to
Anita's-
say. Like, I'm not
come on,
sure I
Anita,
like
see
all
his
this
healthy or
ableist
something.
language.
There's
Or...
more than 25 people in the room. I would just turn my camera on.
You look
I
like-
look
like-
Not like this.
Bro.
No.
I did have a traffic
Epic
accident,
car.
and I smashed the car. A little
Nurse,
bit.
I
Go
feel
get
like
your
you're compliment
Lamborghini.
fishing. We've already spoken about this a lot this week, and I really just don't want to submit to
Well,
it again.
Fine, fuck
Okay.
you, B.
No, you can submit to me though.
Oh,
Bro, what the
Oh, but when I say that,
Submit to Allah.
I'm such a
get away.
feminist. I always let women go on top.
yeah. Well, I'm
Let
not
them
sure.
do all the work.
I'm not sure. You should do that. So
You could say that. You could say that me.
you are
You
doing
could
the
say
work.
that me
I
and
say
B
it.
We did
are.
missionary.
You can say that me
and
and B
missionary.
are B.
And
Right.
missionary
Yeah.
That's
again.
my favorite.
But
We'll do some more
That was a
missionary.
really
I
good
did
one.
the work. I
I'm
did
really
the work
proud of that
and
one.
getting. Why would you do that?
I'm
I'm
really
sorry
proud
to
of
tell
that
you, Cap. Segregation is not.
Then we're gonna do some more missionary.
PCS.
Where the fuck is that even from,
Yeah.
J Boss?
22 Jump Street. When he
Okay.
fucks the captain's daughter.
Oh yeah,
Oh
when he,
my
yeah.
god.
And
He's like, yeah, we did some missionary.
Massive
And we
If you want it
fucking
done
love
right,
it.
you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, PCS. I did that. Chose yours, just.
Fuck, this is gonna be
Episode,
miserable.
right?
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Like, be gentle. Boom. That's it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
And-
I
and-
agree with the
and-
philosophy
and,
of
and
just do it
then
yourself.
be like a fucking, be a fucking yourself. Boom, boom, easy.
Until you
easy.
mess it up, then don't ever.
So
do
your
it.
grand advice is I should fuck myself.
It's
Well,
like no, be like Batman when it comes to sex. You work better alone.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what's
I've
best,
seen
right?
the Flash trailer. Clearly, he doesn't work best alone because.
Well, okay. Well,
so.
You bust.
That's like the worst.
new universes don't count. I guess.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you think about women?
A what?
Stop.
Well, that's the best part. If you just
You know what?
never
No,
think
let's
about women.
ask. What do we think about men?
I think a woman is a beautiful creature that we
Creature?
interact with.
Preacher.
I'm weird. But is in my mind is a reproductive instinct.
Fuck yeah. Just
You don't actually have to say anything.
I'm
You don't have to incriminate yourself.
Okay.
This dude said, yeah, it's only good for fucking pussy.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't have to incriminate yourself at all. It's okay.
They have the ability to give life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for it. My friends though, my friends, I love my friends. Okay.
Oh, friends.
Friends.
So I just like I think
China friends.
we can you guys as well think like, I can fuck around. It don't matter. It's just like
Can you?
But we have friends everywhere else, right? So like we chill as fuck.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Yes,
that's
sir.
fine.
You all fuck around, right? You all fuck around. Cause like
I mean,
I've been in
you do fuck around.
No.
see, some people aren't just built for that life. I'm much more of a.
But you do fuck around though. Come on.
Oh,
no.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So
What do you mean?
first of all, I've never fucked a day in my life. I make love. That's the first. Second thing.
Oh my god, no.
Well,
it's the opposite
maybe.
of the
I
dumb
promise
thing.
you, if we work together, we'll find a way to do both. Okay?
Well, I mean, like have fun though. You have fun before, right? You have fun before.
Dude, be responsible. Don't you remember those Dare commercials and shit? Like,
Yeah, remember the video where like the guy stops time to look at his friend?
You do fuck around, right?
You had sex with her?
I never started hearing about Dare until.
Wait, what was the one where it was like? Was that Dare?
I think everybody says like, oh, well,
I think I know what one you're talking about. Hold on.
like, fuck around. Bro.
I like that this guy still
No.
thinks we're like talking about the thing he's talking about. We've just done a complete fucking tangent.
No, we all talk about what he's talking about.
It's still going.
Well, I just think like
we
just
are.
be safe, just be safe, but like it's nice having like sex with
I'm
people,
dangerous.
right? It's nice though.
Shut up.
It's fun.
Mom.
You're dangerous. You don't even know.
Are there gangsters in this VC right now?
I'm a kissing.
And if they are, they're not anymore.
Fuck out of here.
You're going like
that-
talking about
you-
sex too much.
Do I need
let
to
me
have
say-
a criminal record?
Guys,
to
I
be a
took the
gangster?
Harvard CS50 test. Why can't I freaking hack?
Yeah, let me say, like, everybody here is young, right? Like, what is the problem?
Nope.
Like,
Speak for
like,
yourself.
getting
Look, I'm
sex
very
I'm in the big
grown up.
3-0
I'm only
club,
24
dog.
years old.
Same
Yeah,
here.
If anyone's
I'm
older than
nearing
25,
it.
Yo.
Welcome to the
30-year-olds, 30-year-olds, what up, what up?
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
millennial,
Everybody post Doomer Wojaks in the Gen Boys 30-year-olds.
what's the
I can
problem?
play
Like,
video games still at 30, and I'll be fine.
Dude, hell no. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old
but-
playing Diablo
so-
2 right now. This shit's fucking lit.
exactly. So
No
what's the
fucking
problem
rules,
having
yeah.
sex? Like, if you're like 30 and
No,
not,
I don't want to hear you talk about this.
What?
Penis. Yeah,
Wait,
we're gonna put that in a
I just
box,
had
and
to
we're just
turn
gonna
off
put that
motion
box.
No, I'm sorry. We
Well,
can't.
We're gonna put that a
think-
box. We're gonna set the box on
Let's-
fire.
let's
and we're gonna
drop the hot
set it
take.
and move
As
on.
my twin Jay Cole
We're gonna-
said, don't save him. You don't want to be
Well,
saved.
it's
We're
like,
gonna
it's-
table this
It feels
for
good. It
another
feels
time.
good,
Whoever
though.
is responsible for orchestrating this bid, I
Wait,
hope
wait,
justice
wait, wait,
finds
wait,
you,
wait,
to
wait,
be
wait,
honest.
wait. What feels
Oh,
good?
it will not, but yeah, noted.
What are you referring to, Sten? Having sex with what?
Math.
I'm just like
Your mom.
Yes.
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, Omega Law.
Okay, mom, are you serious? No, it's like having plain sex. Is it like people like treat it as like it's an ancient thing, but honestly, it's like.
Wait, I think that we're avoiding
This is ancient.
What?
No, he's saying sex is. Some people think sex is icky.
Is this an
Before
episode
the
of
first
Curb?
creatures on the planet, they fuck.
That's one thing.
Oh, it
saying.
gets it gets pretty.
I think it's beautiful.
Maybe.
I mean, we could agree it's icky.
No.
It's just that icky's
Can
not
we?
bad.
It depends if you're not drunk.
No,
If you're
still
doing it
icky,
right,
even-
you know what I'm saying.
I have more
Yeah,
questions than answers.
yeah,
about
that's
that.
Aw.
what- yeah.
Former U.S.
There we
President
go.
Jimmy Carter is in hospice right now.
No, no.
Oh,
98 years old.
For real?
Rest in peace.
He's in hospice?
Why is
Oh,
that
Yeah,
name
I just got the up. Dude, Reddit never lies. I just got the update. Like,
Why
That's
is
from,
that-
that's from
No.
AP News. AP
He's
News
90.
told me.
Bummer. I'm not gonna
You think
lie.
he's 98.
98,
Yeah.
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 Man, if he lives for 2 more years, we'll get a postcard from the king.
It's
I got it
wild
from
that
the
he had
Daily
brain
Stormer.
cancer.
Daily
It's
Stormer
not only
told
wild
me
that he
about
was
Wait,
98,
not-
but he had brain
why not
cancer
from
and
the-
was also
oh.
building houses for the homeless.
Yeah,
Like, no,
that's
he's
like fucking
it's
Italian.
pretty crazy he made it this far, but God bless him. Oh, rip.
It's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what
a
women
weird
Oberon,
question to
why
have.
don't you use your gay powers to bring him back?
Gay powers.
All the
I
social
feel
media
like-
guys
What
like
does that
their
even
comeuppance
mean?
for shitting
Oh,
on
wait,
Lizzie
No,
when
gay,
she
gay
was
people
on
don't
it.
have
He's
powers.
gay.
Gay,
He's like,
gay people
what,
don't
like
have powers
Murphy from
anymore.
Yeah,
Oberon?
no, you're right, guys.
They
They
don't
don't
have
have gay
power.
powers.
No.
Right, Oberon?
That's
Gay people
right.
don't
we
have special powers?
We
That's
did.
right.
You know why?
Someone
Yeah.
spoke the-
Yeah, like
That's
he's just
right.
Mercy from fucking Overwatch.
As if
or some
there's a
shit,
reason
bro. What do
why
you mean?
gay
Yeah,
men buy
yeah.
What? Well,
as if statistically gay men are more likely to make more money and
Wait,
live longer
yeah,
than straight men.
is
There is
there-
no
is
gay
Someone
power
ban him.
involved.
Someone ban
That's
him.
not
He's-
magic.
He's
That's
being.
just
He's being. Someone ban him now.
No, this is J Boss from the
Quickly,
Bi
there's still
Council. You're going down.
Quickly.
Please tell
We're
me
taking
this
you
is
all
a
with us. You think we don't exist?
Oh, you Jay.
All of a sudden, like
Oh,
people
so
in
it's
suits
a
are at your
gay-
door.
oh,
Like, yeah,
okay.
come with
Learn
us.
the ancient ways.
So it's a gay.
You always
cabal.
say the
Okay.
silliest shit. Isn't he funny, y'all?
Isn't
So
it
ha ha ha.
silly?
Sintu al Matar, Bravo Channel, Sinta, JC Penny. Ah.
Jesus
sounds
Christ.
awesome.
What kind of spell are you chanting there? What's going on?
yo.
You wouldn't understand it.
Is
You
the
can
full
tell
moon
because
even now?
you know how you know you don't understand it. Look at the way you're dressed. Thank you. Next question.
Wow.
Also, just
The gays
It's
have
crazy.
spoken.
He doesn't even know how he
again,
looks
if
like,
you
and
have
he's
to,
right.
if you have to ask, you can't
The
afford
way
it. That's
I
wild.
look is
He
is
knows he's
99%.
If you had to
Damn,
ask,
I
you
look
don't
good
have
as
it,
fuck.
honey.
I look good as fuck. I look so good.
It's February.
Oh,
I
my
look so
goodness.
good though. Ooh.
Do you look good, or do you
You know
just
what,
tell?
Stan? You do look good.
I thought Jimmy Carter just like wasn't gonna die.
I'll bet you look good, but why don't you feel good? You know.
Well, hold on. I look good
It
and I
wasn't mean
smell
to
good.
feel.
Let
good.
me say, like, what do you think
Oh
about
yes, it's
smell?
good to smell good. Yeah.
Smell.
Do you
smelling
guys
good.
know that
I
when Jimmy Carter